It's 2:47 in the morning. You woke up for a feeding. Routine. You've done it 100 times. But this time, when you pick up your baby, something feels different. They're warm. Really warm. Not, maybe it's just the sleep sack. Warm. Something is wrong warm. Your hands are shaking a little as you reach for the thermometer. The number comes up. And now you're frozen. Do you wake your partner? Do you call someone? Do you drive to the ER right now? Or will you look back at this tomorrow and laugh because it was nothing? You have no idea. And that feeling, that terrifying, helpless, I have no idea what I'm doing feeling, is one of the hardest parts of being a new parent that nobody really prepares you for. You are not failing. You are not overreacting. And you are not alone. Every single parent watching this has been in that room at that hour with that exact feeling in their chest. What you do need, right now, is a clear, calm answer to 3 questions. When do you go to the hospital immediately? When do you call your doctor? And when can you breathe? Stay home and trust that your baby is going to be okay. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do. No panic, no guessing, no doom scrolling WebMD at 3 a.m. Let's go through it together. First, let's talk about what a fever actually is, because a lot of parents are surprised when they learn the real definition. A fever is generally defined as a rectal temperature of 100.4 dermiskiru or 38.8 Darawa or higher. That's the number most pediatricians and major health organizations use as the threshold. Now, here's something important that most parenting content skips. A fever is not the enemy. A fever is actually a sign that your baby's immune system is working. It's the body's natural response to infection. It's your baby fighting back. A 2017 review published in the journal Pediatrics described fever as a cardinal sign of illness, but also noted that moderate fever responses may have beneficial effects on immune function. That said, in very young babies, especially newborns, even a low fever needs to be taken seriously. Not because fever itself is dangerous, but because their immune systems are still immature and certain infections can escalate quickly. Fever equals immune system at work. But age and context matter enormously. Also, let's quickly bust a myth. Touching your baby's forehead is not reliable. A study published in Archives of Disease in Childhood found that parental touch had a sensitivity of only around 74% for detecting fever. Always use a thermometer. The most accurate method for babies under 3 months is a rectal thermometer. Forehead thermometers are more convenient for older babies, but less precise in newborns. Okay, let's talk about the situations where you don't call, don't wait, don't Google. You just go. Number 1, baby is under 3 months old and has any fever at or above 100.4 degrees C or 38 degrees C. This is the big one. In the first 3 months of life, the immune system is extremely immature. A fever in a baby this young could indicate a serious bacterial infection, like a UTI, meningitis, or sepsis, that can deteriorate quickly. Doctors treat this as an emergency until proven otherwise. If your baby is under 3 months and has a fever, go to the emergency room. Don't wait for morning. Don't wait to see if it goes down. Number 2, your baby has a fever. And any of these warning signs: difficult or impossible to wake up. Skin is bluish, grayish, or mottled. Breathing very fast, very slow, or struggling to breathe. Stiff neck. A seizure always needs emergency evaluation, even if brief. Won't stop crying for hours, or the cry sounds high-pitched and unusual. Hasn't urinated in 8 or more hours. A rash that doesn't fade when you press on it with a glass. Number 3. The fever is extremely high. A fever above 104 degrees or 40 degrees in a baby of any age warrants immediate medical evaluation, even if your child seems relatively okay. Don't try to manage it at home first. Call or go. Number 4, your gut says something is very wrong. Parents have incredible instincts. If your baby has a fever and something feels deeply off, even if you can't name it, trust that. Medical professionals consistently say, parental instinct is a valid clinical input. Now let's talk about the middle zone. Situations that don't necessarily require the emergency room right now, but absolutely need your pediatrician's input. Baby is 3 to 6 months old with a fever of 100.4 degrees C or 38 degrees C, or higher. Once your baby is past that critical 3-month mark, a fever becomes slightly less automatically alarming, but you still want to call your doctor the same day, or at least speak to a nurse line. Baby is 6 to 12 months with a fever above 100 degrees stave, or 38.9 that has lasted more than 2 days. At this age, many babies can handle a short fever, especially if they're still relatively alert, drinking fluids, and having wet diapers. But if the fever is persistent or climbing, call your pediatrician. Baby has a fever and a specific new symptom you're concerned about. Examples: ear pulling, a rash that appeared after the fever, a worsening cough, diarrhea, or vomiting alongside the fever. Baby has had a fever for more than 24 hours, and you're not sure why. Fever without a source is something pediatricians evaluate specifically in this age group. Baby recently received a vaccine and has a fever above 100 degrees or 38.9 degrees. A mild post-vaccine fever is normal, a sign of immune response. But if it's high or you're concerned, call. You are unsure. Honestly, this is a perfectly valid reason to call. You are not wasting anyone's time by asking. Call. And now, the section I know many of you have been waiting for. Sometimes a fever is just a fever. And while that doesn't mean you stop watching your baby, it does mean you don't need to panic. Baby is older than 3 months, has a low-grade fever under 100 degrees or 38.3 degrees C, and is acting like themselves. If your 6-month-old has a slight temperature but is smiling at you, feeding normally, and falls asleep peacefully, that's encouraging. The behavior matters as much as the number. The AAP says that how a child looks and acts is one of the most important indicators of severity. A baby with a 103 degrees or fever who is alert and playing is generally less worrying than a baby with a 100.5 degrees or fever who is lethargic and won't eat. The fever appeared a day after a vaccine. Post-vaccine fever is completely normal and expected. It typically peaks within 24 hours and resolves on its own. Monitor, keep your baby comfortable, and follow your pediatrician's guidance. Baby has mild cold symptoms alongside the fever: runny nose, congestion, slight cough, and a low to moderate fever in a baby over 3 months who is still eating and seems okay. This is often just a viral cold. Offer fluids, breast milk or formula, not water for babies under 6 months, and monitor. A note on fever reducers: medications like acetaminophen can help your baby feel more comfortable, but they don't treat the underlying cause, and they shouldn't be used to hide a fever from your pediatrician. Always follow dosing instructions carefully and use your doctor's guidance before giving any medication to a baby under 3 months. While you're monitoring a fever at home, here are some things that can help your baby feel more comfortable. Keep them cool but not cold. Light clothing, a comfortable room temperature. Don't bundle in heavy blankets. Offer fluids often. Breastfeeding or formula is the best hydration. For older babies who've started solids, you can offer a little water too. A lukewarm bath can help bring down discomfort, not cold water, which can cause shivering and actually raise temperature. Watch for dehydration signs: fewer wet diapers than usual, dry mouth, sunken fontanelle, that's the soft spot on your baby's head, and no tears when crying. Take temperature every few hours if you're monitoring at home. Keep a note of the readings and times. Your doctor will find this useful. Rest. Easier said than done, we know. But your baby needs it, and so do you. Let's do a quick recap. Go to the ER. Baby under 3 months with any fever or serious warning signs: breathing issues, bluish skin, seizure, impossible to wake. Call your pediatrician. Baby 3 to 6 months with fever lasting 2 or more days, new concerning symptom, fever without a clear source. Monitor at home. Baby over 3 months, mild fever, still acting like themselves, feeding, having wet diapers. And above all, trust yourself. You are learning the most important job in the world in real time, with a tiny human who can't tell you what's wrong. That's incredibly hard. The fact that you're watching videos like this, paying attention, asking questions. That already makes you a great parent. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing. We post new videos every week to help you navigate the beautiful, terrifying, incredible first year of parenthood. And drop a comment below. What's been your biggest worry as a new parent? Let's talk about it. See you in the next one.